Hi guys, I'm back again today with an interesting video. I don't know how this criteria is going, how he okay. We will listen. Maybe he's going to explain like why he thinks or why he has ranked these countries as the unfriendly countries that he visited. Um yeah, but everyone has different experiences. So your what your experience is in a country is going to be different from my experience and so on and so forth. So yeah, before we do start, don't forget to subscribe, click the bell button, and let's hear it out.
Hey, fellow travelers, Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're here in Turku, Finland, very friendly Finland, and today we're going to talk about
Finland.
I'm going to answer one of your questions. That is, Mark,
Mm.
what are the most unfriendly places you've visited? Well, there's been a few over the years. I know people like to make comments on our videos saying, Mark, you always say that these people are friendly. You say every place has got friendly people. Like, yeah, every time you can find some friendly people, but overall, if you watch my videos, you'll notice sometimes I don't mention the people at all. Probably a good sign that the people weren't that friendly. And so, what I have
Oh,
here are just 5 countries where I noticed a little bit less friendliness than usual when I traveled. And some of it was more of an issue, some of it was just the situations, but these are the 5 places I had. Number 1, Belgium. Look, you all know I'm not the
oh,
biggest fan of going to Brussels, and I like to make fun of them sometimes, but I can respect Brussels for its museums and all the things there, the fantastic beer they have. I've taken students there, and I've done things there. I love Ghent, I love Bruges. It's a fun time to go, but overall, the Belgians themselves, not always the most friendly people. And if you are of African descent or Asian descent, that is the one country I've gone to Europe with my students where we had racist attacks on.
okay. I'm not going there. I'm sorry, Belgium. I'm not going there because I'm both of those things. What do you mean, African and Asian? I'm like two in one. That is like double. Yeah, no, bye. Thank you. Yeah. Because you can say I look Indian, you can say I look Middle Eastern, you can say I look black, obviously, you can say I look Asian too because of my eyes. So I'm just having the worst end of the stick, to be honest.
My students. Okay, like I literally had to talk to the police when we were in Leuven because my students were getting harassed. Okay, like
Oh,
that's one thing. So that's one place I didn't find super
but
friendly.
it could be
Now I have
different.
friends from there. There was there's nice people in Belgium. But I'm just saying overall, that was one place was a little bit touchy. Second place where the people weren't so friendly was when we were in China. And what's funny, when we were in China, we'd
Oh,
have like 1, 2, or 3 people around us. Everyone was super friendly and kind and fun, and it was really a great time. But once we got a big group of people, then everybody started fighting over seats in the restaurant, or the dragon fruit at the grocery, no joke. Or when you're going into a place of people whacking you with things. Like, it was just like not a very.
I really wanted to go to China, and I'll still go to countries and experience it myself, but that could be a bad situation. Well, there is one country that I never went back. If I have no choice, I'll probably go back, or if a friend wants to go, I'll go with them. But like, if they ask me to choose, I'm not going. Um, so when I was going to Taiwan, I was thinking, oh, maybe the people there are similar. They're gonna be rude, but Taiwan is one of my favorite places. The people are so nice, amazing. But the other country, yeah, we shall not speak about it. So obviously, because of my experience there, it scares me about China. But so far, everybody who's been there hasn't said anything until this video, so I'm not sure. Because that's like a next destination I want to go to.
People. Then everybody started fighting over seats in the restaurant, or the dragon fruit at the grocery, no joke. Or when you're going into a place of people whacking you with things. Like, it was just like not a very friendly experience. And I think part of it is because there's just so many people that people are worried they're not going to get stuff. And therefore, I've got to get on this elevator, be damned everyone else. So that's one thing where I didn't really have a very friendly
Okay, it's not
experience when I was there.
necessarily
But it was a
bad.
cool experience. But I mean, I'd go back to all these places I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, you wanted to know. Now, number three is a very interesting one, and that is Denmark. Now, the
Mm,
Danes, you might say they're rude. I like to say they don't care about you because you're not part of their life. They
okay,
don't
that's
mean it in a
good.
bad way. Okay, they're not trying to be mean. They just
I like that one. I like that one. Like, yeah, we're doing our own thing, each to their own. Do you, boo boo? You don't exist in my vision. I like that because I don't like people to notice me. I just want to like float in the air, right, without anybody like bothering me. So that's good.
because you're not part of their life. They don't mean it in a bad way. Okay, they're not trying to be mean. They just like, we're Danish. We live in Denmark. You're a tourist that's here for a few days. Why do I care what you think about my country? I want to be here
Exactly.
anywhere. I love Denmark, so forget you. And so it's kind of the kind of like you're not part of my life, so I don't care kind of vibe you get when you go to Denmark. Now, the Danes can be fun times to go out and party with. Don't get me wrong; we've had some good times with some Danish friends over the years, but that kind of distance they have makes it so it's a little bit unfriendly. Okay, not that they're mean about it, just like hey, we don't care. I remember I was in Copenhagen filming, and I was talking about that kind of thing that the Danes are. This Danish guy came up, he's like, "Thank you, you explained it very well. It's not that I don't like you; it's just that I don't care." And he walks off. There you go. Maybe they're not unfriendly. They just don't care, which is fine. Okay, you have that. Now, number four on our list is Argentina. But when I say
Oh,
Argentina,
really?
I'm more talking about in Buenos Aires because Buenos Aires, if you meet people from there and they talk about the rest of Argentina, you might hear this. Oh, are you from La Capital or La Provincia? So you're from the capital or the provinces, right? And so there is kind of a, like, some people say an attitude with people in Buenos Aires sometimes and I had a good time when I lived there and I had a fun time, but I did note it was definitely a different attitude in terms of friendliness that you got outside of the capital versus inside the capital. So that's another place where I didn't find people to be super friendly when I was there. And then we have number five, which
That's
would
more
be number
surprise.
one if I was ranking the unfriendliness, and that is Luxembourg. See, you go to Luxembourg,
Oh.
they get paid really well. They have a nice place they live. They have good stuff there. They got plenty of money. They don't care about you. They don't care about service. They don't care about helping you. They don't care about anything because you don't
Uh,
matter because they're fine. You're coming to Luxembourg, so you should thank us that we're letting you come here. That's the vibe you get sometimes at the restaurants, at the bar, the tourist stuff. It's a little frustrating, and that's one of those things where you're just like, oh, why are you so unfriendly? I mean, it's funny because I have friends that live there and we enjoy visiting them, but I would say as a tourist, that wasn't very friendly when I was there. And here's the thing. I know these are five places that I've been to, and I filmed that, and I enjoyed myself there. But I went through my list of places where I found, in general, like the most unfriendly to me and my family. Those would be the five places. So if you're from those places, I'm not trying to insult you because I had a good time there. You might be a friend of mine from there. But those are the five places I've been that really found that people weren't that super friendly. But don't worry, there's plenty of friendly people that actually are in those countries, so you can meet them. But also, we have a list and a video on the most friendly places we've been to, and that list is a lot longer because really, I
okay.
really think about like five where I really thought people weren't that friendly. It was actually kind of tough to come up with this one. Well, not for one of the places though, or two actually. But anyway, you get the idea. What was the most unfriendly place you've been to? Let us know in the comments below and tell us what happened to share
I'll
your
tell
story
you.
about why you thought it was so unfriendly. And I'll say bye from here in friendly Finland.
I'll tell you. It's Hong Kong. I'm so sorry if you're from there. Not everybody was rude or whatever. Um, it's not even like unfriendly. It's rude, straight up, right? Yeah, the people just don't care. I don't know if it's because of the language barrier. It could be, I could be like because of cultural differences, I could look at it as unfriendly because in the Philippines, even you are not gonna find a lot of people who don't speak English. So maybe that's why we seem friendly. And even if people don't know how to speak English, they will try their best to help you regardless, right? So maybe it's just cultural thing. So yeah, I went there on separate occasion. My friends went there on separate occasions as well, and we had the same consensus. It's just the people are rude, they don't care. They're just like whatever, you don't exist. And if you ask them, they just like walk away. You're like, excuse me, or you try to even speak the little Mandarin, but people, I think they are more. Hmm, I know they understand Mandarin, some of them. but I think maybe they speak more other dialects. So I don't know. I try to like figure it out, but I don't know what it is. I just let it be and never went back. Like, okay, fine. I know how it looks like now, so I don't. There's no need for me to go back to Hong Kong. There's like other places, and so when I was going to Taiwan, like I mentioned, I was really scared because I was like, oh, they're gonna be rude again. But hey, it was the total opposite. It's crazy because we didn't me and my friend, so two of us, we went on separate occasions to Hong Kong, right? So both of us, we didn't want to approach anyone until like we knew maybe the person was Filipino, then we'll ask them, or I don't know, somewhere else. We didn't want to ask anybody for directions, so we of course we used our phone. We tried our best to not ask anybody, but people like locals approach us because they will see like we're so confused, like what the fudge is happening, and they will come to us and be like, hey, do you need help? At the beginning we were sus, especially because the first person who approached us was a guy. So we were like, oh no, this is not this is, he's trying to hit on us, or trying to kidnap us or something. So we were skeptical. We were just like, oh, no, 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 we're okay, we're okay. And then he was lingering around because we were still confused. So he came back and we were like, oh, we have no choice. Anyways, it was public area. So people could see us in the bright daylight. So we're like, okay, fine, we'll give in. And he helped us, show us the way, and he went his merry way. We went our merry. We never met this guy in our entire stay there ever again. And we were like, maybe people are just like this. And then second thing happened. We were at the train station. We were so confused, and this old lady was like, "Excuse me, do you need help?" And we're like, maybe people are just genuinely nice. And throughout our entire stay, people just kept coming to us because we're obviously not Taiwanese. They could see, especially me. And yeah, I was so shocked because I was thinking, oh, this is gonna be Hong Kong over again. But my favorite place now. My favorite place now because of the people. Just made it 1 billion times better. I really love Japan, right? It's one of my favorite countries. But I think Taiwan might be a little bit up here now, just because people are amazing. Of course, you're gonna find bad people everywhere in the world. So, it's not like, oh, everyone there is amazing. But anyway, so far that's it. So let me know what countries you had unfriendly encounters, because I mentioned mine. So if you want to share, you can let me know down in the comments. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.